Cornell Cooperative Extension of Orange County presents 4-H Incubation and Embryology Online. Today we're on Lesson 8, watching our ducks hatch. So today we're going to be going through the pictures of ducks while they hatch. Unfortunately, our duck did not make it, but we were fortunate enough to have some videos from a previous hatch to share. So at the start of hatching, just like chickens, pipping occurs. Again, when pipping happens, it's a tiny hole that's created by the egg tooth, and you can see as the duckling pecks a tiny hole and begins to start pecking around through the membrane. Next is zipping. So again, that's tiny holes all in a row that create a zipper-like effect. And our freshly hatched duckling. As you can see, just like our chickens, our ducks are very wet when they hatch. Again, they use their beak and their wings, as well as their feet, to push their way out of their egg. So as you can see, here we have 2 Peking ducks that have hatched, as well as we have a khaki runner duck who's also hatched. This is what our ducks look like right after they have entered the brooder box. As you can see, they're a lot more dry than they were when they originally hatched. And then they are moved into their brooder box. So remember our checklist. Wash your hands, make sure your incubator works, add water. Is your temperature 99.5 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit? Do you remember our rules? Do nothing, but if you have to do something, wash your hands. In these videos, you'll see that we've washed our hands before as we check out our little duckies as they begin to pip. We'll watch them push through the egg and also watch as some of their flock mates help them out of the egg as well. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy these videos as much as we do.
Was that tapping?
Hey guys, so we know the birthing process is long and a little messy. Notice, just like the chicks, it's pretty wet when each of our ducks hatch. We have to be a little patient because our video is going to take about 15 minutes. So let's hunker down and you'll hear from me from time to time as our duck begins to hatch.
Hello.
If you guys noticed, in the right-hand corner, one of our other duck friends are coming over to help his friend out of the egg. As you can see, our duck who's already hatched begins to move around and then falls back asleep. He's going to do that from time to time as they hatch, because what happens, if you remember, is the last thing to close on our duck is the abdomen. So the yolk sucks all the way up to the abdomen and then closes. So our ducks are nice and full. So just like us, when we're full, we get a little sleepy. The same thing happened to our ducks. So what's happening is our duck is yolk silly. So he's moving around, stretching his legs, and falling asleep. Sweet slumber of ducks. We're almost there, friends. Remember to look at the bottom left of your screen. That's our duck who's been hatching. So, as you can see in our duck who's already hatched, he's moving around. You can see his little webbed feet and his little wings. You can also see the part of his belly where it just closed. That's the little node on the end. Hatching is hard work. And after you hatch, it's even a little tougher. Notice how he's pushing against the egg. Come on, friend, come out and play. Just a few more minutes. We are almost there. As you can see, the duck's beak poking out of the egg, his head is actually underneath his wings, so he's using all his force of his neck and his wings to push out. You can see their belly contracting in and out as they breathe. this is the part where I get so excited. We're so close. Can't you feel your own arms just pushing out of your shell? I can't help but wiggle back and forth as I am so excited for our duck to hatch. Keep your eyes on the bottom left of the screen. Okay, friends, now you can really see how his head is tucked underneath his wing. In just a few more seconds, his beautiful little face is gonna emerge. So close. Did you catch that little duck tongue? And just like that, welcome to the world, duck number 2. Is there any better way to enter the world than a hug from your sibling? I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Sometimes, like I said, it can take a little while, but it's so worth it in the end. The next picture you're gonna see is of a duck pile. So many of them have hatched at the same time. as they're cozy and drying in their brooder box. And voila! All of our chickies are feeding in our brooder box. You can see as they like to stick together and they are very messy eaters. See you guys soon.